Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact. So much for that. But let's move on because we have more in New York. New York is such a great country, great state. And these ideas that they're putting out there, you're going to see them on the national stage. And I'm sure you're going to be excited about this. So let's talk about decriminalizing marijuana. Yes, New York lawmakers passed the bill to decriminalize marijuana. So I'm going to go straight to you here. Mm-hmm. And John the intern, let me ask you. Mm-hmm. Do you think any of you're a student at BU, you're younger than me by many decades. Let me ask you, is this something that you've heard friends say, hey, it's a good idea that they want this?
I have, and as you know, I'm writing an article currently about the dangers of it, but it is something college kids care about, but I don't think it's the primary issue. I think they're kind of just like, it's an issue to them personally that they're just like, now I can smoke weed legally instead of illegally.
Here's something. You just mentioned something that's really important that I don't see being addressed anywhere in the news media. You just said, now marijuana is legal. Is that the consensus at, say, Binghamton University amongst millennials and such?
Yeah, I would say so. No, they're like, oh boy, it's not going to change very much, I don't think, because these people who already smoke weed are just going to continue smoking weed. Mm-hmm. And it's not like it's going to affect very much.
What if I told you something that decriminalization does not equal legalization?
I think you'd have to tell all the stoners at BU that first. But
well, first of all, let me ask this and clarify. Do you know what the difference is between decriminalizing and legalizing is?
Can you explain?
No, seriously, do you know?
Vaguely, because I have taken a couple law classes.
Okay, vaguely, what do you think it means?
Probably decriminalizing means it's no longer a crime, but it'd be lesser crime probably.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Decriminalize means that the punishment for the crime has been minimalized.
Right.
So we're decreasing the component of not retribution, of penalty. Mm-hmm. We're reducing the penalty, but it's still a crime. Mm-hmm. Legalization means there is no crime. Mm-hmm. So you can't be penalized. Now, the difference isn't subtle because you can still be arrested for possession of marijuana. You can still, the fine at $50 for under an ounce, the fine for $200 because you have between an ounce and 2 ounces still applies. Mm-hmm. That's the amount that they're decriminalizing. They're reducing the penalty on. If you have 2 ounces or less of marijuana in your possession, you still will be fined, which means you still get a drug offense on your official record. You have still been officially arrested. You still officially are being punished. You still are going to be reprimanded. And that means that if you have a drug offense, and here's something every millennial should really pay attention to, people who are going for jobs, you should pay attention to this. If you are arrested for this, then it shows you have a drug offense on your record. And if you're a student going for student aid, you will be denied. In most cases, as I understand, you will be denied. If you are looking for a student loan, you can be denied. This still counts. If you're an immigrant, a legal immigrant in the United States, and you have these drug offenses on you, even though it is decriminalized, if you have 2 of them, you can be deported. If you leave the United States, even with 1, you can be denied entry back into the United States because you have committed a drug offense. I had a brief conversation with an attorney about this who deals with this. This is my best understanding of the law. Haven't had a chance to have a deep conversation yet, but I believe this is legally accurate. I'm not a lawyer, but my understanding is this is absolutely true. Mm-hmm. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. And I think it's funny because I know a lot of people who I know on campus, and school's out for the semester, they're texting me. They're like, oh man, weed's decriminalized, and they're sending me all these articles. They're like, I can't wait to, smoke or, anything like that. And I don't think they realize the consequences are still there.
Yeah, they are still there.
And it's not being discussed. I mean, it's all these headlines that are like passing to decriminalize, and no one's making the distinction.
No.
There's a difference.
And there's a big difference. There's a big difference. And this is going to be a problem for people because you're still going to, and I think they're going to find a lot more students, a lot more millennials who are going to go for job interviews, that are going to go for careers, and they're going to go to just student aid. And they're going to find out, oh, I have this drug offense. It's still with me. It's on my record for life. It is not expunged. And you're going to still be getting a penalty for that because it's decriminalized, not legalized. The difference is substantial. And I think that the Democrats are playing on that, using those words like as if they mean the same thing legally, which they don't. And they're trying to get votes. Aren't we such great guys? We decriminalize this, even though you can still be punished for the rest of your life because you committed a crime. It's still a crime.
They know what they're doing. Yeah.
It's funny. And then I guarantee you they're going to blame Republicans for the fact that it's still a crime.
Oh, absolutely.
You're being punished, even though we said we've got rid of it and it's all good and you can go out and smoke your brains out and you'll be able to have car accidents now because it's okay to be under the influence of a drug, a mind-altering drug, and drive and kill people, like often happens, like we saw here in our Broome County with the Stantz family. And they're going to be okay for it. Democrats are all happy about that until someone dies, and then they're going to blame Republicans because we're the bad guys. Because it's still crime. I just disagree with that. Okay, we're running out